Imagine building content that effortlessly brings in new clients for your business or your clients.
Ho!
Almost like a passive machine that hands you leads while you get back to the important stuff like actually running your business. Sounds great.
Woo!
But most SEOs are going about content all wrong. They believe rankings come from good content. In reality, they come from a strong authority profile. I'll bet you've compared your content to the content at the top of Google and can't believe the difference in quality. Here's the reality. Google doesn't trust you.
I don't believe you.
Especially if you're an SEO. I've been building links and authority for almost a decade across hundreds of sites and industries. And the question I still get asked most often is, do backlinks even matter anymore? The short answer is yes, they do. But the real answer is more useful and more nuanced. Backlinks matter differently now than they did 5 years ago, and most people are still playing the old game. In this video, I want to give you a clean, practical, mental model for how backlinks actually work today, what kind of links move the needle, and which ones quietly destroy trust over time. Here's the simple version. Google doesn't judge your site in isolation. It looks at how the rest of the internet treats your site as a whole, and backlinks are one of the main ways it does that. Links are part of how Google evaluates whether a website is trustworthy, credible, and worth ranking. But here's what's changed. In 2026, content is cheap, extremely cheap. AI can produce passable articles on just about anything. Many pages look fine on the surface. So the differentiator is no longer do you have content or even do you have great content. The differentiator is, does the internet treat your site like it's worth referencing? That's why backlinks sit near the center of trust, even as Google uses increasingly more advanced systems to interpret queries and content. When everyone can hit publish, the question becomes, who does the web actually vouch for? The biggest mistake is treating backlinks as a numbers game. SEOs are chasing link counts, obsessing over domain authority scores, or buying packages promising X amount of backlinks for $100. That approach made sense maybe in 2012 or even 2020. It doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work.
What matters now isn't how many links you have, it's where those links come from and why they exist. 100 links from irrelevant directories do less than one genuine mention from a trusted publication in your industry. Search engines have gotten much better at recognizing the difference between earned trust and manufactured signals. The second mistake is thinking that backlinks are separate from content strategy. They're not. The best backlinks come from having something worth referencing. Original, proprietary research, genuinely useful guides, or insights that people can't find anywhere else. If your content is interchangeable and exchangeable with others, no amount of outreach will build real authority. So what exactly is a backlink in 2026? Well, in simple terms, a backlink is a link from one website to another. You'll also hear them called inbound links or incoming links, but it's the same thing. The link is placed inside content using anchor text, the clickable part. When someone clicks it, they're taken to another website. For visitors, that's just navigation. For search engines, that's a signal. Here's what's actually happening with that anchor text. It's telling both readers and Google, you will find this over here. If the anchor text says best running shoes, it's signaling that the linked page is about best running shoes. That's a strong signal. This is why a lot of people try to get exact match anchors, anchor text that matches exactly what they want to rank for. It seems logical. If you want to rank for best running shoes, get links with that exact phrase. But this is actually a mistake, and one that can backfire. We'll cover that in another video, but for now, just understand, anchor text isn't random. It shouldn't be. It carries meaning, and Google is paying attention. But before we move on, don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you want more breakdowns like this about SEO, AI, and how to rank in 2026. Now that said, when AI systems answer questions, they still need sources they can point to. Google's own documentation on AI mode describes how it breaks questions into subtopics and surfaces results and links from across the web. The practical takeaway is this. If reputable sites consistently reference you, it becomes easier for both humans and machines to treat your pages as citation worthy instead of just another interchangeable rewrite, even if that rewrite is really good. In a world flooded with AI-generated content, trust signals matter more than ever, not less. And backlinks remain one of the clearest trust signals available. Now, it's important to mention that not all backlinks play the same role. After almost a decade of building links and auditing profiles and businesses for all sorts of clients, I can tell you that most links fall into two categories. Number one, links that actually build authority, and number two, links that quietly waste your budget, or worse. Let me walk you through some examples of what we've seen that's actually working today, and conversely, what clients are coming to us with that's actually hurting their rankings. High authority backlinks come from respected sources, sites with strong rankings, real traffic, and solid backlink profiles of their own. When they link to you, they're passing part of their reputation. They're vouching for you.
I can vouch for that.
These are harder to land, and that's exactly why they work so well. But here's something most people miss. You don't need show-stopping metrics for a link to be valuable. A site with a modest DR or strength, but genuine relevance and reputation to your industry can move the needle more than a high DR site with no connection to what you do. The best links that we build at Bluetree for clients have a few things in common. They come from sites with real traffic and clean backlink profiles. They're at least loosely relevant to the client's industry, ideally highly relevant. And the content around the link makes sense contextually. Increasingly, they come from sources that AI systems are pulling from for citations. Now that's really important. You don't need hundreds of these to outperform competitors. Just a handful of genuinely strong, highly relevant placements can do more than thousands of weak links. Now this is where we see clients burning through budget and wondering why nothing is moving. The obvious ones are PBNs or private blog networks, link farms, and outright toxic links. But the more common problem is subtler, paying for links that Google simply ignores. Here's what to look for. If a site has a high domain rating but a poor backlink profile, that's a huge red flag.
That's the red flag.
The metrics are inflated. If it's linking out to gray or black hat niches, that's a signal that it's not a real editorial operation and more than likely selling links. And here's a real tell. If you check what keywords the site ranks for and you see things like Taylor Swift net worth or where are Keenan and Kel now?
That's my man throwing down. What?
Random celebrity queries that have nothing to do with their supposed niche. That tells you that it's not a real business and it's more likely a link farm dressed up with traffic metrics. These links won't necessarily trigger a penalty per se, but they won't pass authority either. You've paid for something that Google is already built to ignore. That's budget you could have spent on one genuinely strong, highly relevant link placement. The difference between sites that rank and sites that stall often comes down to this. Are you building real authority or are you buying the appearance of it? When a high authority site links to you, they're putting their name next to yours. They're saying, this is a source worth referencing. That signal doesn't just affect one page, it changes how your entire domain is perceived. A single placement on a strong, reputable site can shift how search engines and AI systems classify your brand. A link from Forbes, Business Insider, or the New York Times doesn't just send traffic, it moves you into a different category of source, from just another site to a site that other trusted sources rely on and is therefore a trusted source itself.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich, Chef Ramsay.
And by the way, if you want a second opinion on how your website's authority profile looks right now, we offer a free audit. You'll find a link in the description below and it takes no more than 2 minutes to sign up. As your authority grows, your rankings improve. As your rankings improve, your visibility increases. And as your visibility increases, your content reaches a larger audience that already cares about your topic. This creates a compounding effect. More visibility brings more traffic. More traffic brings more natural mentions and backlinks. More links reinforce authority, and that authority makes your rankings more stable and harder to dislodge by competitors. In the AI era, this loop is even stronger. Once a website is treated as a trusted source, both search engines and LLMs, the AI systems, keep pulling from it. Here's a pro tip. Once a piece of content ranks well and is genuinely useful, it often starts attracting new backlinks on its own. That's when the snowball really accelerates. There are several methods that consistently work because they align with how trust is actually built on the web. Editorial link building is about establishing yourself as a subject matter expert, so much so that publications want you to write for them. Digital PR is focused on giving publications something concrete to cite. Original research, original statistics, data, news, infographics, or very compelling, beautifully designed visual assets that fit directly into their stories. Guest posting in the SEO industry traditionally has a bad reputation, but guest posting done well is still very effective. What is guest posting? Well, guest posting just means contributing genuinely good content to relevant sites and placing links where they make sense in context naturally. The anchor text should sound natural, not promotional, not salesy, not SEO'd. Journalist platforms like Quoted connect you with reporters who need expert sources. You can offer your expertise or content as a reference that they can actually use in their stories. Occasionally, careful link exchanges can work when done only with legitimate, relevant, high-quality sites. I want to make an important point here that link exchanges shouldn't be done in the spammy SEO way. But if you're offering to have a genuine partnership with a brand or a value add where 1 + 1 = 3, then link exchanges can make sense. But anything outside of that typically does more harm than good when it comes to link exchanges. But all of these methods are based on real value exchange. So in summary, link building is not a short-term tactic. It's more of an operating system. You track the right metrics, build gradually, protect quality, and let results accumulate over time. This only becomes more important as the internet floods with AI-generated content. When everyone can publish infinite text with the click of a button, the limiting factor is no longer production, it's trust. Search engines and AI systems need reliable ways to decide who is a real source and who is noise. The strongest sites in search aren't the ones that chase shortcuts. They're the ones that built the deepest, cleanest authority profiles over years. That kind of profile becomes even more valuable in a world where content is cheap and credibility is rare. Yes, backlinks are a foundational part of SEO and growth in 2026. With the right kinds of links in the right places, a diverse, high-quality profile allows your website and your clients to win in the most competitive niches, stay stable through Google updates, and grow authority consistently over time. SEO and link building are long-term strategies. They reward patience, good judgment, and smart choices. Don't waste your budget on crappy backlinks and burn your site. Play the long game and you'll succeed in 2026 and beyond.
Okay, I think I'm getting you.
Thanks for watching, and if you want more breakdowns like this, please hit like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Until next time.